Alright guys, welcome back to another recap. Another green day, start of the week. Small green day for me on my Thinkorswim account. But today we also had another stock kind of doing a little bit of a short squeeze action. Looks like penny stocks are getting heated up again, so hopefully we start seeing some more of these. Again, I should have kind of expected it. We had some action last week, Thursday, Friday. I should have come in here today, maybe stepped up my share size a little bit or gone for a little bit more riskier play since penny stocks have been working out. And could have nailed some pretty good profit on this one. But unfortunately, I played it small size still. Played some nice trades. I think I was in on maybe both halts actually, now that I think about it. Maybe not. I don't remember. I was, so I got stuck in both halts. I didn't realize that until now. But I also I traded it long here on this account, and then I actually ended up flipping short, and I traded this same stock on my short account, which I'll show you guys the chart right here. So I ended up playing it long, and then I ended up playing it short right there, and I got a very nice trade on that shorting account. So I shorted there, covered some here, some there, some here, some there, and then ended up fully stopping out. And the stock is still going sideways, so I mean, I'm fully out on that other account, but you know, this thing could go sideways, kind of have a little bit of a pop, or it could just end up fading. Anyways, if you guys are new to my recap channels, to my YouTube channel or my recap videos, if you guys like this video, if you guys learned something off this video, make sure you guys leave the thumbs up. Comment down below if you guys have any questions at all, or who you want to win the World Cup finals, the World Cup tournament, just in general. Who do you guys going for? Other than that, guys, I'm gonna go over my trades. HARP is gonna be the main one. I took some trades, very tiny scalp on TSLA, and that wasn't even done on stream. Another thing, I also stream live every single morning. If you guys want to watch me trade live, just hit the notification bell. It's completely free, 15 minutes before market opens every day. Tiny scalps on Tesla, nothing really crazy. I noticed Tesla was pretty heavy, ended up taking a nice short there. Should have added more size and left these runners, so I ended up getting fully out there, but got the nice fade, and then kind of tried it again, short again. Would have gotten a very nice fade again. Ended up letting both of those, 20 bucks profit here. Amazon was a scalps as well. I had a good trade on this one, a good plan on this one. I mean, I wanted this one to be a short play today. I looked at the daily and I saw 3 green candles, not really moving higher. I thought Amazon might end up having a little bit of a red day today, which right now is climbing right back up. But so I almost took a bear flag, not that one and this one here, so kind of one bear flag, next step down. I kind of almost wanted this one here, wanted to take a short there, but ended up kind of pushing up a little too aggressively. Didn't see that strong seller, so I let that one go, ended up squeezing. And then I was like, you know what, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is going to be a long type of day, and actually is going to end up recovering a lot of those other days on the daily and end up going up higher. So I flipped long here, tiny scalp there, barely had any profit. And got stopped out right away. And my problem here was I knew I was kind of bearish on this, and I think this one could have gone down a little bit. As soon as I saw that VWAP fell, I should have attacked the VWAP to the short side then, so it could have been a short there, or it could have been a short there, and it would have gotten this very nice move. Then I got into this range right here, which I had no plan. I had no targets. I had no exits, no stops, no nothing, which usually, you know, I don't usually do that with penny stocks or anything like that. But if I'm trading the large caps, I told myself I cannot scalp these things unless I have a profit target, which in this scenario, I took one trade here, short, 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 added, and my target was this 87.88. It literally pulls down to 87.88. I take some out just to lock in my gain. I was up probably about $100 on this trade, and then it completely reversed on me. And that reversal, I ended up stopping out. And it was, I mean, I was up 100 bucks on the trade. I went back to break even. I was literally sitting at like negative $6 or something like that. And at this point, I had no plan. I saw, that's a strong rejection. Let me just chase it to the long side now. And so I ended up going long. I average down there, and I just got stopped out on the candle. I mean, I could have had this play here knowing this rejected, so maybe had my stop under this level, and then I would have gone a very nice push. And even now it's still pushing, you know, I could have gone that, but when I took that trade I had no plan, and so I ended up just cutting it there, and that's why I took the loss. So $65 there. HTGM was another loss on this stock. This stock I should have honestly shorted it. When this thing popped up and it halted, I kind of saw that halt resumption. I tried taking a stab there at previous high of day, so pre-market high. which was this 183. I was in a little early, so like 187, and in my mind I was just looking at 197. I thought we could break $2, like $2 is gonna break, and so I added here just for the break of 2. Thought we could break 2. Didn't happen, ended up pushing down on me, and I stopped out, and I took a $100 loss. That was my very first trade of the day, so I took a $100 loss on that one and then left it alone. So now to the big trade of the day, which is going to be HARP. HARP kind of opened this morning and wasn't the biggest gapper. It wasn't my #1 pick for the day, but then it started actually holding levels and then finally started picking up some volume. So you can see for the first 10 minutes of market open, volume was pretty rare, pretty dead on the stock, and then finally started increasing. Pre-market high was 166. I never got a retest of 166 or try to take a trade there. So right here I was looking for this stock to kind of pull back down to 166, create a 5-minute flag, take my trade there, and unfortunately that didn't happen. So I had to kind of chase the stock here. Chased it at a little pullback there, 174. It looks like I had a very nice pop, and this one, it started shooting up, got instantly rejected, and it held that level. And at that point I was like, this is interesting. Like, that should have been a rug pull of a high day break, tucks right back down, and then should have flushed down or should have halted down. That's what they usually do, but it actually held it. And so in that moment I thought, this is kind of interesting. Like, this might end up squeezing or doing something crazy again. Unfortunately, I didn't take it again either. Either way, you know, it's still a risky play. I thought maybe, yeah, that's a nice rejection, but let's get it down here a little bit more and accumulate a lot of buyers to then do the opposite, you know, kind of push down and then boom, shoot right back up. So I didn't get a good entry. I chased it for a high day scalp, which was that 196. And then again, like HTGM, I was looking for the whole dollar break, so I was looking for $2 to break. Once $2 broke, this thing ended up going parabolic, so it went from 196 to all the way up to 227, which is when I started selling a little bit of my shares, and then popped all the way up almost to $3. So it popped about $1 per share there, and I got my highest sell at 267, 251. So didn't even get high fills on those. Kind of flagged again. I really hesitated adding here for the next leg up, but you know, I think at this point the stock was up too much too quick. I thought this needed to pull back, so when it started pulling back to VWAP, kind of halt levels what I was looking at now. So the first time that level halted, that's where I started looking at it, and it pulled down, added, pulled down a tiny bit more, added, and I was in this trade for almost 10 minutes. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 minutes, and I was like, I don't like this. It's consolidating too much. This thing could consolidate for a long time, and I just don't want to be in it. Like, if I see a trade, I'll jump back in it, but I don't want to keep that trade there. Honestly, I probably could have had a stop under VWAP and just played it safe that way and just say, look, either I lose 200 bucks or this thing squeezes. But I ended up taking my loss there. So pretty break even on the day. Oh, not break even. Pretty break even on that trade, and then this thing ends up curling up another time, and then curls right back up to this 275 level here. Was kind of strong, so when it started bouncing at 275, I decided to take some ads. So 277, 271, and then high day scalp to break of 3, which is the one that I ended up chasing here. Break of 3, I got that trade, got halted all the way up to 335. I sold some at 335, so high as possible right there, 335, and then at this point in this halt, I was up $500 on this trade. I was up 479 or 69 or something like that. So I was up almost $500 on this stock. And at this point, I was like, here we go again. This is about to squeeze again, about to really take shorts out. This is going to go for another leg, another squeeze, whatever. So it resumes, and I tried to snatch this $3 entry down here. I marked it in, and I marked it in a little bit early, so I was marked in like here as it was pulling down, and I still got an iffy fill, so I was in at 319. Keep in mind, this is still, I mean, relatively small share size, right? 500 shares is not a lot for me. I'm not really confident in this stock to really squeeze again. This one here in particular, I'm probably looking at the back end of the stock. But other than that, you know, I'm not trading big share size. But still, I tried taking that dip of 3, and it just got heavy. And at this point, I took that trade out. But because of the halt resumption, I was still holding some shares, and then I added shares, and then I stopped out lower. I went from being up $500 on the trade to being down $252 with that trade right there. So I lost about 202, a little bit over 200 bucks on that trade there. And then this is when it just felt heavy. You know, it was losing $3, which is a whole number at that point, and it just felt heavy. So at that point, I ended up going to my shorting account, and right there at $3 is when I ended up placing my short trade. I actually took another short on this one right before, and I'll show you guys now. I kind of was playing this long side, but I was like, if this 275 keeps holding and we just double topped on the day, this thing could just end up turning back around. So I actually took a short here, and I had to stop, a hard stop on my shorting account up here. So I took a loss first on my shorting account, and you guys will see it. But the second time I hit it, I actually hit it with twice as many shares, a little bit more confluence, or a little bit more convinced that this was the top of that stock. So here is my shorting account, and you guys can see there, right there is the first short that I took. So I tried taking that. Maybe this is kind of a double top on the day, maybe this is just a nice squeeze, short spot, then back in, and then just absolutely tank it. So I took a short there, and I stopped out. You know, I probably got in 272 and got out to 90 at the most. I lost 20 cents on that trade. And then once I made that move, pulled back down, that's when I started adding here for the long. I lost on that trade, felt really heavy to me, and I was like, this isn't going anywhere. So I went back to my short account, and I smashed it here with twice as many shares as I had joined here. And so I ended up covering a little too early. You know, I was in the red from this trade, so I was like, let me just take some profit out the way and get a little bit of a green trade here. Covered some there, ended up covering back down to these levels, 262, so kind of from this previous level, 262, 262. I thought this thing wanted to go for another one, or maybe kind of just hang around here and consolidate all day. That's kind of what I was scared of. Like this thing, somebody, somewhere around here, somebody told me, can this one go for another leg? And I said yes, but not anytime soon. Like this is not going to squeeze once, twice, three times flush and then right back down. I mean, and then right back up again here, squeeze another time. If this one was to squeeze again, I told them during my live session that this is going to consolidate for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe all day, and then and only then is when I could see this thing pushing back up if it holds the levels. If it doesn't, it's not going to go anywhere. And so at that point, I didn't add any more, but I didn't get stopped out either, so just kind of let it do its thing. Started pulling back on down. I covered some more at VWAP, covered more down here at VWAP. I thought we could get a retest of VWAP and didn't want this thing reclaiming it again, thinking we could fall below VWAP, reclaim VWAP, and then hang around this area all day long. So I kind of got scared of that, so I covered some more there. Then at this point it was pushing down too much. I was like, how can I not cover more down here? You know, my patience shorting is not the best still. I still got to learn. If I would have held all of these shares way down here, obviously that would have been a killer of a trade, but couldn't do that. And then at this point, I had barely any shares left, like literally a very small position. And so I put a stop. I think it was right above this pivot, and I kind of just let it push up, put that pivot in, pushed up, made a lower high, pushed up, made a lower high. And so at that point I was like, okay, if it gets out of this pivot here, I'll just stop out, take the rest of my money out there, which ended up doing that. And so I got stopped out there, which ended up kind of coming right back down and continued lower a little bit. So, but either way, I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. Traded it on the way up, very nice, got some profit on the way up, and then I traded it on the way down and got some profit there as well. So pretty happy with that, guys. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have anything at all, leave a comment down below. I also have a free Discord link down below. You guys can check out and come in there. That's where we hang out every day. If anything is moving, if anybody's trading anything, you guys hit that notification bell so you guys can trade live with us. I got about 140-50 people every morning trading with us live. So if you guys want to come in, share your opinions, look at everybody else's opinions, trades, or anything like that, you guys can do that. Reminder, I'm just going to throw this out there. I will not be trading. This will be probably my last week trading this year. Next year I'm going to be gone all week, and then the week after that it's going to be holidays. I'm not going to be home here. So if I trade, it's going to be trading on my own, no live streaming. But I'm going to keep you guys updated, and that's why you guys need to join that Discord down below. So I'll keep you guys updated there. Other than that, guys, you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.